Hey friends, welcome back to the channel where I show teachers how to sell their online courses as high ticket offers. This is part two of three. So if you missed part one, I'll do a quick recap here. Um, this is where we talked about how to find leads on Instagram. So I see a lot of teachers using word of mouth marketing only, and that is a really slow way to grow because you max out your network pretty quickly. So, part one here will show you how to run ads to find more students online and how to track their effectiveness. So, this system is how my client Joe got an 8-to-1 return on her ad spend for her tutoring offer in just 5 weeks. Another one more, So there's the proof that it works. If you want all of the juicy details of that, go back and watch the part one of this video. But today is going to be all about what to do after those people find you from the ad and follow you. What do you do with those leads? What do you say to them? And how do you convert them into paying clients? So the objective after somebody has followed you is to get them to book a call with you. Because if you are expending all of this energy and money bringing in leads, you need them to connect with you. They need to book a call and talk to you. And if they don't do that, you've wasted your time, your effort, your energy, and your ad money. So this video is going to give you a breakdown on exactly what to say and do so that these people will be open to booking a call with you and possibly purchasing your teaching offer. So the calls are booked through a combination of two things. The first one is actually your content. So most of the content that you put out will be organic content. We have one growth ad kind of driving traffic to the account. And then once they get there, the organic content is what is going to nurture them. So if you create content well, you will build, know, like, and trust with your audience. And if you do that in a way that gives them a lot of value, they're going to be open to having a conversation with you in the DMs. So that's the second piece. The calls are booked through content and DM flow. If you know how to flow your DMs correctly, then you will get people to book discovery calls in your calendar where you can find out exactly what they're looking for and see if your offer is a good match for that family. So when you do get into the DMs, I'm going to give you a few scripts here today that are going to really help move the conversation toward booking a call rather than, giving a lot of free advice in the DMs or making friends in the DMs or things that don't really push your business forward. Okay, so the first thing you want to do is reach out and acknowledge that they followed you. So a lot of people will forget that they did follow you. So you want to acknowledge how they came to you. So, hey, name, thanks for following. I usually send those as two different messages because people are very aware that messages are automated a lot of the time. And sending like multiple short messages helps to communicate the fact that you are a real human and not a robot. So after I thank them for following my page, I always ask a question. And an important thing to remember about that question is it should be very easy to answer. We want to take that threshold for behavior and lower it as much as possible so that people actually reply. The only goal for that first message is to get a response. So you want to ask them a yes, no question, a this or that question. Um, do not ask open-ended questions as your opening question because it's too hard to answer. If you say, what brought you to my page, or why are you here? Or what made you follow me? Too hard, too big. So just a quick little yes, no question. Are you interested in whatever it is you teach about, or are you just kind of curious about my content? That's kind of a good, like, this or that question. So once you've opened the conversation, not everybody will reply, but those who do, you're going to first try to identify a problem. So they have followed you likely because their child is struggling with something. Or maybe their child is excelling and they don't know how to support that either. So you want to identify something that you can help them with, whether it's through your paid services or your organic content. How can you serve this person the best? So, first step is identify a problem. And once they have shared some kind of problem with you, which is a big deal, like it takes a level of vulnerability to talk about your child's problems with an internet stranger. So, always be really aware of that and really thank people for any communication that they do give you. Um, so, identify the problem and then at the end of this sales conversation, there are two major ways that you will lose the sale. It will blow up in your face due to either money, that's too expensive, we can't afford it, or time. I don't think we have time to do that right now. Excuse me. So at the very beginning, we're going to try to preempt those objections by asking questions like, how long have you and your child, your family been dealing with this struggle? So that is going to address the time objection, but it's also going to give you an idea of the urgency around, like, do they want help right now? Because there's no point in trying to sell them your service if they don't want help right now. And the second question is, what have you tried so far to solve the problem? So this one will eventually um, come around to that money objection because they may not be willing to try a paid service. So if they've never hired a tutor or bought resources before, and they're just kind of looking for freebies or tips and ideas of things that they can try on their own, the odds that they are actually going to be willing to purchase a high ticket tutoring offer are lower. So those are two of the best questions to kind of gauge whether or not people actually want your help right now, which is step number one in selling them anything, right? You need their consent. Um, you need their buy-in to hear about your services before you ever go into pitching them. So I hope that is helpful in terms of DM flow, and stay tuned for part 3.